DJ Longer here in the house. What's up, everybody?
Hey.
What's up? How's everyone doing?
Dude, rocking. Glad to be here. Thank you again for inviting me. As you know, always it's a great time hanging out, chilling, talking to you and some of these other great fellas here.
Sure. Huge congrats on your guest on Saturday. That should be super fun.
Thank you. Yeah, really looking forward to it. We'll talk about that in a bit, but hey, let's not delay it. We got Tortoise and TCG, dude. Look at these guys,
yes,
double T's down here.
Exactly.
Ooh, double T.
You have a clip for you.
Save that for the girls at the club, bro.
What's that now?
You said double T's.
Oh,
like
yeah.
It's a ring off the
Well, if you find the right chick, you could probably get double. Never mind.
PG-13.
Dude, I didn't say nothing. I know it's not even the first 30 minutes. We're trying to be good. Dang it. All right, so super fast. Tortoise. You were right there. There you are. Super fast. Dude, stop.
Super fast.
Okay, and you know, I still have yours here. Where'd it go? Where'd you go, friend? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, Fernando? Dude. Oh, there it is. Here we go, Pat.
Don't move.
That's right.
It's like it's my spirit animal.
It is.
Chris Tucker, my spirit animal, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah. How you doing, TCG dude? There you go, TCG.
Pumping on his pipe in his hobbit hole.
That's right. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. And yes, Chris Tucker. What a funny fellow, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just had to comment on that, Pat. Thank you. Oh man, I'm feeling all gravy and potatoes, bro. It is a good Thursday.
Bet. Where is everybody? I mean, I did put on deodorant, so what's that?
How many links did you send out?
Got the Facebooks and Discord, I thought.
Did you get Hillbilly?
Did I? No.
Don't worry. The content will work itself out. You know, once we get talking, algorithm's going to pick it up and they're going to realize,
yeah,
great conversation. How about we push this out?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. No, we're talking about, hold on.
Build it and they will come.
Hold on. I'm going to get some links out.
Well, hey, while he does that, TCG dude, it's been a while since we got to talk. I hope you've been well. I know you said you were having some problems with your computer. So are you on a new rig? What's the story with that?
Hey, Pat, thanks for asking. It's really funny you ask because it's the new old rig in the sense that, well, 2020 happened. A new decade, right? Technology advances. A decade.
A new decade.
And so I was like, man, I'm literally rocking a CPU that's an old server PC CPU from like, I don't know, 2009, 2010. I need to upgrade. Yeah. So your boy was like, okay, I got this new cook job. I'm going to ball out a little bit. And I got myself an HP Omen laptop. Oh boy, that 3070 was so fire in 2021.
Yeah.
But yeah, it lasted me a couple months, and for whatever reason, I don't know if I was browsing too much dude programs on the internet or just had a bad OS corrupt file, but yeah, I had some issues with restarting and shutting downs and CMOS battery issues. So yeah, took it to Geek Squad. Yeah, took it to Geek Squad, and a week later they said, "Here you go, it's up and running." So that's literally what I'm currently talking on. So guys, if I disconnect It is because Geek Squad doesn't know how to do their job. Not
Hey,
me.
no, I'm not blaming this on you.
time.
I blame this on your browser history, not them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You're probably exactly.
It had two
Hey,
in the name. I
dude.
thought it was good.
You know,
You got fooled by incognito tabs, didn't you? You know it doesn't
Oh.
work the way they think it. Yeah.
Incog dude row.
I probably have the cleanest tab here.
Yeah. Well, it's because you've got the loveliest wife. And here I am. I mean, she's a nice gal. You know, she doesn't mind when I, look at other chicks or anything, but not the prettiest one to look at.
wow. I'm sure that's winning her over. She's not the best looking, but she's mine, damn it.
Oh, right. My name's Hennifer Lopez. Yeah.
Jennifer? Yes.
Not to be
Hey, what up,
confused with the
Torque?
cow.
Great to have you here. Long time no see.
What's up?
Yes.
Hey, Torque.
K-Torque, what's up? How you doing? Whoa. Yeah, I guess I forgot to spam. Dang it. Here I was like getting all the links out and did it on Facebook, but not on Discord. How dare me?
The Tootsie Pops.
Got a free Tootsie Pop, yo.
Oh, Schnapples. So yeah, today we are talking about some of the AI. I guess that scared some people off. I don't know, but we are expecting a little bit more people to join in, just like TCGDude is rejoining. I did get a link out to Hillbilly and several others, but we'll see. So, okay, first off, before we go any further, I don't think it would be as big as a problem if they were using it as like they are and are getting in trouble for because they're not rechecking work. You know, if they didn't say anything at all about the use of AI, that there, people will be kind of like it's kind of sus, but whatever, right? But
yeah,
dude, you made a big deal about it, and you're not checking the hired people's work, so. It's your bad,
to be.
Sorry. Cheers, guys. I really want to drink. Oh my god, I was like, what am I doing?
Drink? DJ, it's all.
Yes, and one from 7-Eleven, so hopefully it's not as flat.
You must have.
Yeah, nope.
I
did.
No, I honestly, man, it's a new year. It's 2024. And what is it? Our second round table. I feel like we all got the energy like the Kool-Aid man. We're just busting in with all this news, bro.
What? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have had a surprising amount of caffeine for the day. As I was leaving work, my boss said, "Are you drinking iced coffee?" Yeah,
that's the best,
man. It's 4:20. I got to get something in my system.
Hell yeah. It's the hip thing, don't you know?
Well, the office I've been working at in the interim between some projects, there's a Vietnamese restaurant walking distance. And if you've never treated yourself to Café Suda, there is an incredible Vietnamese coffee culture. And I swear, it's like jet fuel in a little plastic cup. You will treat yourself. It is absolutely worth it. Never miss.
I just pictured Chris Farley at the Starbucks. Jet shot in a little cup.
Yeah. Nice.
Chris Farley cappuccino.
Yeah.
So DJ, you were mentioning that artificial intelligence has had a lot of influence recently in how people are creating content, not just in the visual atmosphere, but also using it for idea generation. And I think that for me, is that fine line of where the idea comes from, where Tortoise and I, we both use some AI generative models. So we are able to just type in text and an image pops out, like a lot of people can see in the background here or in a lot of thumbnails on YouTube in general. There's a certain fuzziness to the visual quality. And there's almost currently a tell if you look really hard at AI models in the visual output. That is one of the things that's really subtle at this point is when people interact with AI and get text as an output and then put their own creative spin on it. And I think that that's something that's going to be really powerful going forward. I think DJ, you actually showed this before a couple.
Oh no, this is actually Tortoise. He's ahead of me.
Not this photo, but this idea.
No.
You've seen like made up magic cards, right? Where there's like a randomizer or something.
Yeah.
Well, that's just AI making magic cards. And now this is just the artwork to go with it. This is just part 2. Nobody noticed that we already went through wave 1 of artificial intelligence pushing cards. And I think that's probably one of the things that we saw behind the scenes, didn't see behind the scenes, is how much AI has already influenced a lot of our favorite things. But now we're able to actually see it. And that's probably one of the biggest tells. Let us know down in the comment section below. When did you first notice AI in your life?
So if I could have a brush by comment, because this topic is so deep. AI can be
could you turn up TCGDude's mic for me?
Oh, goodness.
I will try.
Thanks, dude. You're the best. That's why I love you so much.
All right, TCG.
I got you, bro.
Thank you.
I got you.
All right,
if we were to take folks that are doing accounting jobs or tracking data, the pen and paper duty of that would be so strenuous.
Oh,
but compare it to or think about Excel and how much Microsoft Excel has literally gained thousands upon millions of hours for companies and individuals doing tasks.
The billions of dollars it has saved the corporate world is innumerable.
Yeah, exactly. And so I feel that AI has that function in our real world, in daily tasks, workflow, making concepts for ideas, such as Tortoise's image here. He wanted, let's say, I'm going to assume the prompt. Did I just assume a prompt? Yes, I did. He put in, give me a cyber ninja with a turtle in Neo Tokyo. And this is essentially, a concept of that idea.
Close. I was trying to go with a ninja with a turtle head.
Oh.
Well, he's facing the wrong direction for that, but it's okay.
Still looks cool. Yeah.
Cool. It's and there are two different images that you can blend together with AI art. Like I did it together, so I could have like the cards on one side, one different art. The ninja and the turtle are in a different art, but they have tools to blend things like this together, so it looks like a seamless piece of art.
Yes. So if I was going to save a lot of words, I got to get this out there before I forget it. I'm so sorry, bro. But like, does anybody remember doing a book report or a school report and having to cite your sources?
Oh, dude. Yes.
Yes.
I have a funny work story that has to do with this. I had to create a 10-page PowerPoint presentation about myself for my coworkers is just part of a familiarization process.
That's awkward, but okay.
Shit is what shit is. When it's awkward, you haven't done it enough. So we got to the end of it, and my last slide was a whole bunch of citations. And everybody claps, thank you. Everybody leaves except for my boss. She comes over and she says, "The fuck was that?" 14 minutes. I tried. So she comes over and she says, "What was that?" I go, "Well, that was all my citations for my sources." She's like, "Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore." Oh, that's not a thing. And TCG, to your point, as super fast Tortoise, he made this wonderful splicing of different images.
Right.
Well, I can just take it now, because there's no actual copyright infringement upon stealing AI generative images.
That's right.
So you can go to Midjourney, join their Discord server, 100% free, and every single second is a new, beautifully free generated image that somebody else has created that you can just snag right off the internet. And we're in a very odd gray area right now.
Super gray.
Well, Like I like AI art, and I like to take what I make, and I like to find ways, like, because I use this as like
welcome.
The humble man eats, huh?
I don't know if you hit the subscribe yet, but we love if you did, buddy. And check out these other awesome content creators and give them a little love too. We love it.
And Tortoise, I think you did something really interesting with this too, because there's at the top an unnoticeable line that's drawn down the center of these, and there's two very disparate art styles here. I really like how on the right side it's got illumination on some of the sidewalk, the street. It has a certain realness to it. Whereas when you look at the cell shaded neon world on the left side, it's an incredible mirroring of it. So it shows something 100% for the artistic nature of the product you're putting out.
Right.
Unfortunately, the flip side to it is that this could easily be just overlooked as completely generative.
Right. And what I'm saying is, like, I like to take works like this and I use them as my thumbnails, so I make it transformative. You know, because the thumbnail is what I'm selling. The artwork's there to make a pop. You know, and I'm not selling it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
you're not having a direct monetization off of the image.
Right. You know,
Dual Brain says, unfortunately, he can't make it tonight. He's just going to be supporting from the sidelines. And Ed, we thank you very much for doing that. You know, everybody who comes here, hangs out, and is supporting and subscribing to DJ's channel, I just want to say thank you very much. Because number one, I'm part of this community as well. So I just want to see it grow more and more. And I want to see all of you have a great time while you're here. So thank you very much for stopping by. As always, this is Mr. DJ Longhair.
Oh yeah. So this is the one I made. Because we're talking about AI, I'm like, okay, let me go find a place with some free credits. I put in like a few Ravnica sets, MTG of course, and Ravnica, and then I said, okay, let's do fantasy and Magic the Gathering and the other stuff. You could tell the AI didn't really get the Magic cards right. Not that they really can, but you could tell this is AI. I mean, just by that distorted guy's face in the right there on the corner, the red
cloak, second person on the table.
And other than that, this could be a Magic card, and they would probably be able to get away with it.
This could absolutely be a Magic card, especially with like the expected lack of definition in some of the older artworks.
Right.
If this were small enough, I don't think anybody. Some people would probably say, "Wow, they're playing portfolio-sized Magic cards."
Or something, right? Yeah,
I'll give you that. But hey, man, one of the best Christmas presents I've ever given to somebody was a huge dragon. Like, so I would play a deck that big. That would be funny. Since I proxy like a badass, I would love to get some full size Magic cards. I'm talking 8.5 by 11. I would.
Yeah.
Okay. Year-end goal for Patrick. Full commander deck, 8.5 by 11 cards.
So you can bring it to your next job interview. Check out my portfolio, aka my deck.
Yeah. He's all like, I'm not gonna lie, it's not a resume. I just got crazy and I made some 8 by 11 commander. How do you like my file, bitch?
So Cinder Shadow says Mid-Journey will be the best for MTG, seeing they were fed hundreds of Magic the Gathering art for old training of the program.
Yes, that's what it was, the Mid-Journey thing.
Now, that's interesting. So what Cinder Shadow's kind of referencing is training of the program. How AI works is you give a generative model, a program, lots and lots of images, and you say, this is what Magic is. And you feed it a bunch of pictures of Magic cards. Same thing with stop signs. When you do a reCAPTCHA to prove you're human, you're actually helping train AI models. Every time you picture a subway and you have to click all the little images that have a train, you're just helping train AI models. So the artificial intelligence generative program called Mid-Journey was given thousands, hundreds of thousands of different pictures of Magic the Gathering cards, fronts, backs, and sideways games in general. And that's how it's able to create all these different images. Poorly,
right,
but better than a lot of other shit, man. All of these are better than anything I could ever do after a lifetime of work, you know?
Right.
which does
Conveying a
suck for the
concept
artist,
is easy
because
for,
like, what if he just, I'm sorry, go ahead, bud.
my bad, bro. It's your show. I didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to
No worries.
extend Pat's point there that Midjourney is a great tool and it can help convey concepts. So, like you said, Magic, Ravnica,
Right. Now, the
Guilds,
problem that they have
and
with
boom.
that is if you just fed a bunch of Mark Pull art, right, only, it would create, you know, something that would be close to Mark Pull's art, right?
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
now you are bastardizing every single art made by Mark Pull, and now you're seeing new Mark Pull type art from an AI. So it kind of taints the original artist feel. You know, I see a problem with it. But you know, yeah, go ahead.
So I'm sharing a screen here for a video game that came out in the last year called Scorn. A lot of artists might be familiar with this style, very reminiscent of Alien or Aliens, the entire franchise. Reason being, the artwork here was all based upon H.R. Giger, a very famous but specific artist. So much so, Cinder knows it. Look at you, guy. They're on it. I like this one. So all of this artwork was based on one very specific artist. So very specific of an artist that anything in their style is considered Giger-esque. That's just me watching the show.
Right. Yeah, no, I see that. It's just like if I were to paint like Edgar Allan, excuse me, not Edgar Allan Poe. Oh God,
Vincent
Van
Gogh,
an artist
style. You know,
Van Gogh. Thank
he had
you.
a very certain style. The blurring of the lines for his outlines, even in Mona Lisa or the Vitruvian Man, very specific type of artwork. So much so that it has almost an indelible fingerprint of the person who made it.
Like is the Final Fantasy artist Yoshitaka Amano. I thought about doing a Midjourney art with him today.
As you guys were pointing out, Mark Poole, a very certain type of artwork that anything made in that person's style nowadays feels like a cheap knockoff. Like when you learn to paint like Bob Ross painted, it's like he did it. But now with AI, it's so very close to some of the originality of those artists that, I mean, I'll be honest, you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm quite excited for it. I'm not a creative in that same way, not artistically, but I would love to be able to consume more books from J.R.R. Tolkien. Imagine you put in every chapter from every book he ever created, and you make another prequel to The Hobbit, like a different one, just right in the middle. Well, that would be phenomenal. When my favorite author, R.A. Salvatore, passes, I'll be able to have infinite books created in the Dristowarden world because of AI. It's hard. This is a weird place to be. When we saw the invention of the printing press, what will authors do when they don't scribe word onto vellum anymore with quill and ink? What will we do? What's the world going to be? I think
Pat, you absolutely hit the nail on the head there. It is the change of a whole industry. It is a technological revolution, and we are in the eye of the storm. So it's really confusing as to which direction it's going to go.
Well, I see both sides, so I'm just letting you guys know. Thank you, Cinder, for supplying this article. Let's have a quick look. We love your narrative voice, so do you want to read a little bit there?
Yeah, I got you. Studios now or never choice. Sue AI companies or score a major IP deal. As AI generators like Midjourney are increasingly able to replicate movies frame by frame, it won't be long until they can recreate the Avengers Endgame with an alternate finale. Will Hollywood just let it happen?
No.
You know, honestly, this is interesting. So
Yeah.
last year, Hollywood took the potential and dangers of generative AI. As use of human mimicking chatbots evolved into sticking points with the strikes, creators took to the courts, accusing AI firms of mass-scale copyright infringement after their works were allegedly used as training materials. As we discussed earlier, in the backdrop of these legal volleys, a question stood out. Why haven't any major studios sued to protect their IP like other right holders? One answer seems to involve the possibility that they're still negotiating with some AI companies with the aim of striking a licensing deal. A grimmer scenario involves the potential that they'll want to harness the tools for themselves to cut labor costs.
Yeah,
oh, fucking
this
duh.
is part. Well, hold on. This is part of the reason. Besides them trying to enforce, I don't know how to say it without getting myself in trouble, but well, let's just say enforce diversity, all right? But on the production side of things and directors and all that, saying that you must be of a certain type
They're
of person
pushing
or
an
whatever.
agenda.
Well, and I think that's
well,
that could be
yes,
simple.
but you can't really say that. What I'm saying is like,
Oh, my bad,
yeah,
bro.
they
I
have
didn't
that.
mean to hold
No,
it.
you're right though. They are pushing agenda based, but also it was the fear of AI because honestly and sadly, AI some AI is actually writing better than the stuff they're putting out right now. So obviously
if you
their
want, I
jobs
can
are on the line.
share a couple of my chat GPT things with you guys. So I've written 2 full scripts pretty much. Two synopses. I have probably about 20 pages of stuff I wrote up through chat GPT,
Yeah.
exported to a Word file, tweaked, moved around a little bit, and it's very easy to do so. One of the interesting things I think recently, and this article might reference it as we go through it, but Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone have sold their digital rights. So what that means is that full 3D models were made of them as human beings, and all of their audio likenesses will be licensed after their deaths.
Whoa.
We will have infinite Terminators and Rocky movies. Just as a heads up. Like that.
Okay, well that's low-key kind of cool. Sorry.
The problem is their families won't get paid.
Okay, that's messed up.
They made a big deal, and hey, give me $200 million. It was all undisclosed amounts, but the deal itself was made public that it occurred. Now, I don't know what amount of money it would take for me to say, hey, DJ, every video I ever put up, every line of dialogue, it's all yours. You have every right to my likeness. And you can just keep churning out Dick Clark New Year's Eve after Dick Clark New Year's Eve. Like,
yeah.
The first time I ever experienced AI, just to chat with the comments there, the first time I ever experienced AI was when Casey Kasem died. And they made his dead voice into an AI model and kept doing America's Top 100. You can go check it out now. Casey Kasem still does America's Top 100, and he's been dead for a decade.
Okay, that's kind of a trip. My first ever hearing about AI being used was, I believe, Tupac being in like a show, a hologram. Yeah, bro. And that was kind of a trip, a concept to think of. And then, of course, South Park made fun of it and nailed it.
Yeah. No, Cinder's right. The issue right now is that people have made these programs, are charging for access to these programs in which they are able to make what looks like copyright depictions. So, yes,
100.
if you sell your likeness, that's a totally different deal, but they're able to use your likeness. Now, if for example, Arnold didn't, and there were digital representations of him, and they didn't license his likeness, then they would have to pay. So now I'm monetized, right? So if I use AI art, that's a Magic AR art. Well, Magic's different. Let's just say in-game. I started using in-game stuff, and I start gaining popularity and enough, enough like a gazillion subscribers because I started using that AI. Technically, I would be kind of infringing on that copyright because I'm making money, they're not, and it's all because of my thumbnail. That's kind of where they're going at. You know what I mean? It. I want the original
it's a blurred
artist.
line,
you know what I mean?
bro.
Yeah,
It's a
it
really
is a thin
blurred
line,
line
yeah.
because, like, let's say for YouTube context, reaction channels, right? That's a real gray area and a hot topic because. Yeah, people think that reaction content is A, bubblegum, or B, stealing, you know, because somebody else did
you, baby. Come on, get off that train. Oh,
I'm not dogging anybody's choices here. I'm just saying that the argument is there.
Yeah.
Right. Here's a second thing that's pushing AI art. So not only are these mad dogs out there producing or having the ability to produce full-length movies, AI generatively, blah, or make money. You know, it ain't about that. You got poor saps like me and the whole world getting into this craze of AI art because they are either on YouTube being super competitive. They're either in a place where they need to be on the competitive edge that it pushes for more people to try these out. And so you got like 1 million people. Like 1 million people pushing the terms of AI art, what it can do. And you have like this small percentage of people who they're looking at who have the capability of doing these certain things. But where I'm getting at is out of the millions of people and these few people, like how much control will be given if they do put rules and restrictions on this. But also what can they control? I mean, the Pirate Bay is still out there. It's still a site you can go to.
That's the good segue. Is
flag. Yo, big up. Yo, I also have rafted in the Pirates Bay as well, good sir.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
No, you bring up a good point, Tortoise. I think it's going to come down to regulation. Like, I'm not going to rabbit trail at all, but it's the same thing with cryptocurrency. There's a lot of, fiery news going on about that, and actually a recent Bitcoin ETF approval. But for the last 10 years, it was really gray area. Nobody knew what was okay and what wasn't with that. So it's going to be a similar experience with AI, I believe.
I think one of the biggest problems with AI right now at this point is simply that it is so accessible. I think realistically, the last quote I heard was a mid-sized so a full active AI that you could use to interact with, similar to GPT-3, not 3.5 or 5. 4, is about 500 gigabytes. So realistically, most people's computer could have an AI brain in it. And I think that the biggest issue we have is that the box is open. Evil has left Pandora's box, and now it's generally free to the public to be able to access and interact with. This will never go away.
Right.
And we all know that as far as like legislation goes, it will be easily 20 years before there's anything stopping anybody from doing wild shit.
Yeah, or before DJ gets a strike over his Ravnica image here.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. So just so you guys know, I'm not going to use any technical terms because this is off top the cusp. The reason why we're able to use Magic Gathering logo, Magic the Gathering art, and all that is because it's allotted for content creators to do so. However, like anything Disney is like super hard. If you have a image on too long, or you play a certain amount of a movie, especially with songs, oh man. But
almost as bad, if not worse.
I would get flagged all the time.
Oh, there's like a whole thing. Check out Legal Eagle, phenomenal YouTube channel, goes through very in-depth legal discussions on topics. One of them recently was the copyright of Steamboat Willie going into public domain.
Yeah,
And
right.
it is not going to go well for anybody.
Yeah, no.
So
especially if you have anything derogatory, they're well, you're using it's too close to modern Mickey, and yeah, so
that's
There's already have
exactly
plans of making a horror movie based off, or a horror movie off of Steamboat Willie.
Five Nights with Willie. Oh,
that's right. Yeah, but so the funny thing is that you know, not even in their own departments, but for WOTC, hiring third party you know, advertisers, they're using AI for the most part and putting in, you know, pictures of the cards and stuff like that. But they claim outright, we're not going to use AI art, and that's BS because it's all throughout their marketing material. Which they hire from a third party. So it's they don't have a department that checks for AI art, because some of the AI art, which we could bring up later, a couple of the advertisements like for the Shocklands, right? Mm-hmm. They had the things were off in there because it's AI art. You know, it doesn't quite get it right sometimes. Right. Either that, or they went on the cheap version of, you know, paying 2 credits instead of 10 for the super VIP art experience, you know. But I'm just saying, you know, they said, and they're not going to do it. They're doing it for clout, for business clout, and, you know, X or Twitter clout or whatever. But I think it wouldn't be as big of an issue if they just never brought it up. Now they have concerns now because you could just do AI art, and you know, you don't need to hire artists to do these cards. And it's a fine line too, because most of the newer art is digital influenced, or, you know, it's digital art, at which point chat, you know, I suck. My artistry as far as digital goes is in Microsoft Paint. Okay. I don't know all the stuffs and the inners and the outs, but I could tell, you know, the difference.
All right,
but I just, like I said, that my issue is like, dude, if they didn't say anything about it, it would be sus, but it wouldn't be like as bad as it is now. They're just painting themselves in a hole because they are proud to say and come out and do that, and yet we see it left and right.
Well, I think
if I'm gonna speak on that, bro, I'm about to make a caveman comparison, but I think it's gonna ring true. Guys, we've all had regular Coca-Cola and Pepsi, and then one day somebody says, hey, you should drink diet because it's healthier, right? Okay, so maybe you make the change and drink the diet soda, but don't be fooled into thinking it's a real soda when it's diet. Wizards was not transparent, and that's the thing. If you're gonna use AI art, okay, utilize the technology like we were mentioning.
Exactly.
It's a new innovation, but be transparent about it. Just be honest.
Well, here's an interesting concept, right? Well, kind of 2 concepts into one. So, you know, fraud or
that's true too, Cinder.
What do you call it? When you copy something like money, that word, like you're usually taking everything close to the colors to the original art to make it, you know. So, you know, then it comes illegal. Well, AI art borrows from like God knows what, 500 pictures just to make one image.
From real existing images.
Yeah, from real existing images, and there's even more intelligent ones where they do brush paints and everything to make it even look so seamless. So what are the grounds for this? Because, you know, you could have a boat, right? You have a wooden boat, and throughout the years you can take a piece of the boat and replace it with a new piece of wood.
Yeah, I got you.
And so you continue to do that, so on and so forth, where you have enough of the old boat to recreate that boat. Now, is the old boat new boat, you know, or is it all the old boat?
It's,
you know,
the classic argument for car heads and people getting their 67 Mustang. Well, is it all original? Well, no, we've got aftermarket parts. Well, then it's not the same value to those people.
Like I know it seems, I know the idea seems like off to the side a little bit, but it's the same kind of thing. How much of it is legitimately original, and how much is it is legitimately not original? It is all 100% transformative, and that usually breaks the line between copyright is how transform it is. Like even on YouTube, when you want to review a movie or a video, you know, it's how you transform the video to make it your own thing before, so you don't get copyrighted. So it's very, I don't think the line is blurry. I think there's no definition to the bystander laws that they're trying to create, the rules, the guidelines.
Yeah. Again, they buried themselves a little by claiming that, like, well, like if they said, you know, we know its existence, we still like original art on our cards, but you might see it in some marketing because we use third party to market sometimes. So, you know, they could have said that. They'd be like, oh, that's kind of weak, but okay. But no, we're never going to use it. Yeah, right, dude. You got half your artists that are using digital art that could be confused to be close to, you know, AI art too, or they could just do AR art and do what I do is copy and paste right on top. Bam, there you have the last art issue of the guy using the background and just painting some dude on top of the other person's art. Transformative, sure, but like not really. Yeah, no worries, Coach. I get what you're saying. Because they use a chemical type sugar considered a calorie. Yeah. But, you know, if you're a diabetic, you kind of have to drink the diet if you really are going to consume soda. So because the sugar hits different. It still is. Some
I wasn't out here to like debate anybody's dietary options.
Oh, no. You're fine. I'm just saying.
Just be real about it, you know. If it says diet,
fruit. I'm anti-fruit.
Yeah. Anti-fruit. I want that scurvy, baby. Give me the scurvy.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. But honestly, it's probably not good for others.
What is it? I like
it's like eating too many of those diabetic gummy bears, dude. You're in it. Or those gummy
bears.
Yeah. Just like, I'm going to eat a bunch of gummy bears. I don't know why, but can you please bring me a new toilet? Thank you.
So one of the interesting things I heard somebody bring up in conversation about AI was if you go to an art school and you want to learn how to paint, what do? Well, you study art.
Inspiration and study. Yeah.
So you do the same exact thing that an AI model does. You look at hundreds, you look at thousands of different artists' pieces of work. You do the same thing. Is it wrong to use AI if they're doing the same thing that we are? If you wanted to paint something like Bob Ross, right? You go down to your local art studio, you do that sip and paint, right?
Right.
You sit down for 3 hours and you have a few glasses of wine and you learn to paint just like Bob Ross did. And you come home and you put it up in your ante room and you show all your friends, hey, I did that. You're a fucking cheater. Well, that's what very hyperbolically a lot of people are saying about the use of AI artwork.
Right. It's an extreme take, but I see you.
Real quick, hold on. Pause for the cause, Tortoise. I just want to say you deserve a drinky treat. Congratulations, Pat. It took you 42 minutes. So we actually passed the 30-minute threshold. Congratulations.
Hey! Oh no, I said fuck 14 minutes in.
Oh, you did? God damn.
Oh, absolutely.
Damn it. You're doing so good, man. I think what we need is to have that little Halo treat like far away and then just make you lazy. And then like, you can't grab it until you cuss, right? And you can't. Yeah, you got to wait that 30 minutes. Then you might get satisfied more because you're like, dude, I earned it. I don't know. Just trying to help. Carry on, Tortoise. Hold on. Let Tortoise go.
Ooh,
let's take a delve in the future.
Yeah.
All right. you know, one of the biggest things we deal with in the future is food.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people are worried we're going to run out of it. Whatever. What if this one created an AI art that reused, thrown away, tossed away food, preserved it, and took bits of those food? This is going to sound disgusting, but it is a possibility. But what I'm getting to is more the idea. Is what if someone created a program that took pieces of these discarded foods that were just discarded and made its own food so you had something to eat? Now, if someone created a burger that just looked like a Whopper, tasted like a Whopper, but wasn't a Whopper, now is that copyrighted?
No, they call it a Big Mac.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of funny you mentioned that, because one of the YouTube things that I've been up on is like documentaries and you know, informative stuff. And you know, I'm a restaurant foodie kind of guy, and you know what is a commonplace in almost every fast food chain, almost every restaurant, guys?
The toilet. Wait, what? Huh?
Yes, of course, the la mode. But bro, no, a chicken sandwich.
Yeah,
a mofo and chicken sandwich. Show me a burger joint that doesn't have a chicken sandwich.
Right.
So there's a very good reason for it, though. A number of different reasons. So sorry guys, Coach. I've been doing this whole lot of like sobriety thing lately, and it's been fucking with my head. So I've been all clear and shit. It's the worst. So one of the things about sustainability, the larger the animal, the harder it is on the economy and to actually produce it en masse. So cows, worse for the environment. And that's why pork is so much cheaper than beef. Well, you know what's cheaper than pork? Fucking chicken. Shit's like 20% of the size of even a small pig. You can cram a bunch of those little things into a cage. They spit out a bunch of eggs. When they're done with eggs, boom, you got chicken breasts, legs, and tiny little wings. So that's one of the reasons why chicken is so cheap and so prevalent, because the factory farming of chicken is so much easier than any other animal outside of crickets, probably. So yeah, for sure. That's definitely one of the reasons why I think you make a good point that everybody sells chicken. That's one of the reasons why I eat so much chicken. It's actually not as impactful on the environment.
Right. Or our bellies.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit better for gut health. White meat is generally proven to be a bit easier on the body than red meat, although calorie density helps a lot for like protein intakes, and they say it's one of the reasons why human beings are the dominant creatures on Earth is because we ate red meat. So little of this, little of that.
Hey, congratulations, Adam.
Yeah, bro.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Like AI meat sounds healthy.
Tortoise, you had an interesting thing there. I watched a documentary recently on how India is managing their sewage. One of the things that they've been doing in a lot of their larger cities, New Delhi and Delhi, is that their largest sewer systems all go into a big flat plain, like a field, right? And they just literally flood it with everything that comes out of the sewers. Wink, wink, you know what I mean? What they do with that is they then turn it off, wait a couple of weeks, and grow food for the entire city.
Oh, wow.
What? Fertilizer?
It's exactly fertilizer, and it comes directly from it's cyclical. Same thing for people on the International Space Stations. You don't think that you drink that coffee once, do you? Come on.
So here's another question, right? That comes up to mind. And
I prefer drunk that he made sense. Prime, you naughty dog, you. We're getting there, bud.
But like so say Wizard folds on their AI art, right? So they allow AI art. Say they said they will do AI art, you know, instead of saying they won't,
right?
Because we're dawning an age where AI art is going to be like the average thing that billions of people can do.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Are we expecting?
And it's a legal nightmare too, because it's not human element copying said copyrighted work.
And I think
you guys remember when iPhones came out and smartphones were like so hot and only people with really good jobs or freaking whatever monies were able to get smartphones, but now fast forward 10, 15 years, and everybody from the 18-year-old fresh hire to grandma in their 50s, 60s, 70s has an iPhone or a smartphone in their hand.
Right.
They're all checking their Facebook.
To shout out to Coach, genetically manufactured AI laboratory meat coming soon. DJ, could you share that link for me? So I've actually had this before. Like, no joke, I have eaten lab grown meat. Like, that's a thing. I'm pretty adventurous as far as my colon goes. So yeah,
small colon flex, but okay.
It is as good as McDonald's, which is not saying anything for either party.
Yeah.
I mean, the expression goes, "I'll eat a skunk's ass if it's seasoned right." So,
well, it's all about the marinade. That's what I say. But
yeah. Put sugar and salt on it. It is everything you want it to be. I've seen people eat shoes before. Like, we got a homeless guy that steals my used cigarette butts. I'm sure he would eat this.
Right.
Wow.
Wow. We went to AI art issues to AI meat. Amazing.
Well, I think that this is so personal for me. I work in a pretty corporate type of job, right?
Right.
Paperwork pusher, generally. I just helped with a modernization system that will almost certainly put 15% of our entire state workers out of work because they are easily replaced by a program. It wasn't easy to make, but they were easily replaced with it. And I think, unfortunately, going forward, we will see that it's not AI that puts people out of job. It's AI used by people that put people that don't use AI out of work.
Right.
If you integrate with 1950, look back 70 years when computers came out. If you knew how to type, if you could figure out how to use your dumb little digits and smash them on a keyboard and make words, you could make more money than most other people. People with computers put people out of work, not computers. It was people and computers. Now it's people and AI.
Right.
It's not that
using those computers are buying time, Pat. You know, the 1950s, they were able to go from the typewriter to a computer to a digital format. So I feel you on that one. Saving the time, my friend.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that all of us are somewhat an example of this. It's not computers putting us out of work. It's people that don't know how to do OBS and do these frames and shit. Hook up their microphone. Go on Amazon and get a pop filter so your peas don't proliferate so perfectly. You just do a little bit of learning, and that's
Pat.
That actually sounded good though, because your microphone's that good.
Yeah, that fucking
I know.
Like, it didn't hit your level, so that was honestly great. The fucking
yeah, actually, it's good.
Was my '93 Honda Civic bumping the trunk, or is DJ talking? I don't know.
That's right. Oh man. So okay. So the issue is that they said they'll never use it, and they are,
and then
they don't have a way of checking, and they've already been using it. So it's like, okay, why are you burying yourself in that hole? Because as you're saying, as you guys are suggesting, eventually you're going to end up using it one way or the other. So it's like, okay, you can't really make that promise. And, you know, people already has distrust with WOTC and Hasbro. And then they go and say something like that. It's just like, why are you building the mistrust? Like, dude, everyone's using AI. So what are you supposed to do about it? You know?
So I'm seeing two possible futures here about AI.
Right.
Depend on how Wizard decides to use it. If they don't use it, we're going to start seeing machines from the future hunting a person named Sarah Connor. If they start using it, you might as well just attach yourself to the Matrix right now, so Prime can start hallucinating that he's seeing Optimus Prime beating up some badass robot.
Right. Oh, Coach. No, I have to be consuming Halo with him. Then it's out the window. Anyway, so yeah. So I'm sorry, Tortoise. You said that it's like what? Say that again, man.
Oh my lord! So
I'm sorry.
If Wizards decides to not use AI art, we're gonna have robots coming from the future hunting some lady named Sarah Connor. If they decide to use AR, you might as well attach yourself to the Matrix, and Prime will start hallucinating or seeing Optimus Prime beating some robot up for just because those are two AI scenarios where AI is trying to take over the world. One succeeded, one was trying to succeed.
Are you Sarah Connor?
Right.
You know what I think might be a good piece of homework.
I have come from the future to tell you about your auto warranty. Oh,
freaking Skynet, bro, taking over.
Yeah, no, they'll probably figure out. Oh, we need to make money to improve ourselves. So yeah, we're not going to take over the world. We're just going to have more digital telemarketers. God damn it!
Not only on top of that, since Arnold sold his rights to be used, you can expect a new Terminator movie every 5 years.
I am an AI representation of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You have you checked the car warranty? Sorry, go ahead.
That was sloppy.
That was really sloppy.
To reach you about your extended car warranty. But no, for real though.
Tell me, is your car running? You better go catch it.
Aha, joke's on you. It has a flop.
Yeah, I know, Brian. LimeWire already exists. It puts it in a weird situation because basically, the music they got the music unlocked, but I mean, as far as visuals and all that, a copyright bot hits you, you're like, no, this was AI generated, and you could pretty much put the whole movie out, but it's all AI generated. See what I mean? I see it's such a weird gray area, and it's something that those legal people need to get busy on because, yeah. Now go the other way, guys. I mean, if you're an artist and you do digital art and you're doing these cards for Magic, and then they just have advertisements or AIing your art, for example, like what can how would you feel there?
I guess I'll speak first. If I was a paid artist commissioned for my pieces, I would feel I am owed for any pieces derived from.
Right.
But that still does bring the gray area of inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Like Van Gogh is pretty old, bro. That's over 100 years old news. And so if I make a Starry Night of my own, a rendition of Starry Night, I don't really owe Van Gogh for that because I took a piece that was made and made my own transformative derivative of that. So
yeah, or lazy like me and just slap your logo on it and yeah, me.
Right. Like, what if you can never tell? Like, what if someone took my logo that I worked hard on, or your logo, DJ,
right?
And they used AI art that used the color palettes and everything from your logo, but you look at their picture and you just never knew that was your picture. Because that's how good AI art's getting. Like, it's taking fragments and pixels and stuff like that to put together pixels. It's taking concepts and throw them in different concepts. It's using shaders. It's using blenders. It's using tools that Photoshop uses like crazy, like high-end tools.
Dang it.
Does anybody remember a Tortoise? I'm totally interrupting you because I'm a douche. I'm sorry. TCG douche tonight. But bro, like on the topic, Vanilla Ice and Queen. We all know Ice Baby.
Like a motherfucker.
Yeah, and how big of a controversy that was. But one note,
and how he lost.
Beat change was enough to make an argument. Yeah. So sorry, Pat. No, you got it. You got it, dog.
No, but seriously though, like AI art's becoming very transformative. Like what are the chances of AI art? And I know like it can copy costumes and make its own costumes for
there's
superheroes
so
and
much
stuff.
coming
But
out now.
like how much would it take to exactly replicate a piece of art on AI art? Like how much work, how much thought?
It's probably harder to replicate AI art than it is human art at this point, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, some of it does look good. I'll give it that. I just, it's another avenue to put artists out of a job.
It's all AI art. That's how good this shit's getting. Like, if it's good enough that you can get freaky to it, the world's in a weird place.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so let me give a rudimentary example.
Oh, he's gonna give me the rudder,
huh? In our logo designs, right? Tortoise, you got it going on. DJ, you got it going on. Pat, you and the cardboard conversations, y'all got it going on, bro. So me, TCGDude, I was trying to make a new identity, trying to make roots in the YouTube verse, and I was like,
right.
I'm gonna cross over some roots, some Bart Simpson, some Magic the Gathering, and you can see it all in here, right? Well, I came up with the concept. Like, I got the date stamps, the receipts to prove it. I made that logo concept, but I didn't have the refined hand, the ability to edit it on the computer, and I commissioned.
So would you be able? Good question. Just going off what you're saying there, would you be able to copyright your prompts? Because that's what created said art.
Oh, right.
So, I have an article thanks to Cinder. I really, I don't know why the hell you're not on here, man. Because you're right on point with what we're talking about. But anyways, I just put the article he sent me because AI art is actually in front of Congress currently. So if you guys can look that up, I have to run to the can. Can you do it, and I can just bring you up real quick before I go? Or Tortoise?
You're steering the ship.
I'm trying to. I just posted it. Could someone pop that in real quick for me so I can run and come back? Thank you.
You got it,
going crazy. God damn.
I got a baby bladder too. It's okay, bro.
Dude, I don't know. The last few days, man. Because you're not near your computer. All right, fair. Rude. Just kidding. All right, cool. Now you got it. I'll go ahead and blow this up so you can scroll around and freeform there, and I'll be right back.
Yay.
So this is from Wired. This was just put out actually yesterday, last night, saying in their article that Congress wants tech companies to pay up for AI training data. Apparently, at a Senate hearing on AI's impact on journalism, lawmakers backed media industry calls to make OpenAI and other tech companies pay to license news articles and other data used to train algorithms. That's interesting. Look at these guys. Whole bunch of white people, old fuckers too, that probably have no idea what they're talking about.
Well, hey, look at that. This article is literally 8 to 12 hours ahead of our talking points about making legislation for AI art.
People have been talking about this for good couple of.
Well, my bad. I just showed up to the party. Damn.
Yeah, right.
TCG, dude. I'm sorry.
So
it's okay. You can make fun of me tomorrow, Friday morning on your show, huh?
Right. So do AI companies need to pay for the training data that powers their generative AI systems? The question is hotly contested in Silicon Valley, and a wave of lawsuits leveled against tech behemoths like Meta, Google, and OpenAI. In DC, though, there seems to be a growing consensus that tech giants need to cough up. Yeah, fuck those old men. Today, at a Senate hearing on AI's impact on journalism, lawmakers from both sides of the aisle agree that OpenAI and others should pay media outlets for using their work in AI projects. It's not only morally right, nobody cares, said Richard Blumenthal, the Democrat who chairs the Judiciary Subcommittee on Privacy, Technology, and the Law, held the hearing. It's legally required. Show me the law, Dick Blumenthal, then. Richard. It's short for Dick is short for Richard. I'm not just being an ass.
No, yes.
I'm regular amount
Right
of
on
ass.
his technicality.
Yeah. Josh Hawley, a Republican working with Blumenthal on AI legislation, agreed. It shouldn't be that just because the biggest companies of the world want to gobble up your data, that they should be able to do it. I've got to say right here, I've got to just clap back right off the top. This is all public stuff, though. If you're putting your images out for public consumption, if you walk down the sidewalk, people can record you. If you put up your posts on Facebook, it's public. If you put up your Wired media articles and anybody can just click on it, this is publicly accessible. They are putting this out there for people to consume. Therefore, anybody can consume it. I just, on the very basis of levels, they're morons. Let's continue along. Media industry leaders at the hearing today described how AI companies were imperiling their industry by using their work without compensation. Curtis Leggett, CEO of the National Association of Broadcasters, Danielle Coffey, CEO of News Media Alliance, and Roger Lynch, CEO of Condé Nast, all spoke in favor of licensing. Wired is owned by Condé Nast. They even had to say right there. So that this just screams to me, hey, the company that owns us has an opinion. So we're going to write this opinion article. Like, I honestly don't know how much like credence I can give these guys. Hey, we got MTG Hillbilly out there in the audience. Howdy to you too. Coffee.
Yeah, Pat, I can agree. I was just going to say I can agree with you, Pat. Sorry to interrupt. That if we are reading a news feed that is under the wing of a certain, narrative, then we have to take it with a grain of salt.
Right. They definitely have a horse in the race, as it were. They definitely have a standpoint behind the scenes that they need to toe a certain line of. They have a narrative they want listened to. Similar to Coffee here, who claimed that AI companies eviscerate the quality content they feed upon. That's interesting. I don't know if AI content actually destroys anything that it was based upon. Is Starry Night less impressive because AI can create something else similar? Let's see. Lynch characterized training data scraped without permission as stolen goods. You suck a dumb dick. Coffee and Lynch also said, both said that they believe AI companies are infringing on copyright under current law. Lynch urged lawmakers to clarify that using journalistic content without first brokering licensing agreements is not protected by fair use, legal doctrine that promotes copyright violations under certain conditions. That is not.
Yeah, that's not true. Like we were talking about earlier, citing your sources. If I'm going to be an aspiring journalist and I want to make news about Magic, about New York stocks, about farmland in America and agriculture, I can use publicly documented sites, pictures, photos, whatever, and use that for my report or news. Like, yeah, that's a weak argument.
Yeah. So let's continue on to the next segment of the article here called Common Ground. Senate hearings can be adversarial, but the mood today was largely congenial. The lawmakers and media industry insiders often applauded each other's statements. If Congress could clarify that use of our content or other publisher content for the training and output of AI models is not fair use, then the free market will take care of the rest, Lynch said to one point. That seems eminently reasonable to me, Hawley replied. It doesn't matter what you guys feel is right. There's the intent of the law and the letter of the law. Senator Shadow, DJ makes a great point. You definitely got to hop on here sometime soon. He goes on to say that it's Wired. They're not good. I got to agree with you. Outside of their tech synopses, this is a very opinion article. YouTube will.
Well, most are
links and videos. Yeah.
And just to get a clarification out there, what we're reading is not necessarily the opinion of ours. So I don't know legal crap, and Wired is very biased. It's hard to get unbiased news nowadays, but that's a
Right, we're
different
just
trip
reading an
altogether.
article, guys.
Oh yeah, just throwing it out there in case YouTube gets all fussy.
But I think one of the things to take away from this article, in a very positive note, is that the worry is being pushed forward into legislation's eyes. I think that for me, that's a very good thing, is that there are more eyes upon this worrisome subject, that a lot of the impact that is going to go across the entire industry of media creation and also consumption, which is one of the largest sectors.
Can you click off the ad? Is it possible, Pat? Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah. I think that it's great that we're seeing some very pressing issues get pressed forward through our Senates and Congresses. And that's one of the largest issues in general, is how slow our government is here in the US. And I'm glad to see that this is at least getting some traction in legislation.
Well, it needs to be addressed. I mean,
correct, right?
Yeah. I mean, you put out an awesome artwork and then someone just AI arts it the exact same thing, and then suddenly they manage to get credit before you do on it. Like, what?
Well, and that's, I haven't seen a lot of Black Mirror. I've seen like 2 episodes, and one of them scared the shit out of me, so I stopped watching it. That episode was a really creepy guy in like some AI company has it out for his coworkers. So he takes from the trash some of their half-eaten apples, a couple of tissues, a coffee cup, and he genetically takes their information and puts it into an AI program so he can pretend like he's the captain of a starship and all of his coworkers are his slaves, right?
Yeah.
We're not too terribly far away from a facsimile of that idea. If you can train an AI model well enough to every Taylor Swift interview, every song she's put out, every time she's talked on the radio, you could create a pretty decent facsimile of the public media side of Taylor Swift. You could make an AI model similar to Siri, but you could talk to it like ChatGPT. And you could tweak some of the stuff. You could get into the gray code, and you could take off some of the limiters. So she says, I love you. When will you be home? I miss you. And you get it to the point where it's the movie Her with Joaquin Phoenix. It's like, we're not terribly far away from that. And
no, they're already advertising that now
for a lot of the world in so many ways that we cannot even think of. And I'm excited as a technophile myself. I just love technology. I want to see where this weird shit's going.
It's going.
Yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. So back to Magic and their AI problem, which we're addressing. Like I said, if they didn't say and were clear and clout chasing in that effort to not use AI art, if they didn't say anything at all, would it be an issue? I think it would be an issue if, and it has come up before where other artists were using other artwork and being transformative with it or whatnot. It's come up a lot.
Well,
let
me point out something really quick. There was a artist, I can't remember his name, who designed a card that I believe had Nicol Bolas in the art. And it was for like a single layer or something. But anyways, through the process of someone examining the card, the original artist
Nicol Bolas.
The original artist realized because of a Nicol Bolas picture that it was ripped from his own art.
Right.
So then, didn't get permissions. Then for all we know, that could have been AI generated, or he could have made it and did that. So Wizards kind of has to stand on the point that they won't use it because they keep on top of things like that. But so my question is, are they in the right to do it?
That's a good question. Yeah.
opinion.
I think that rightness is going to justify on the transparency, and like that was the talking point. Once the round table made its way to me, guys, that's my one word. Yay is my one word argument. Yay, Ed. Yay.
You just need to cut me off more.
Transparency, bro. If you're gonna use AI art, just say you are. But if you're not, then you don't have a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, exactly, Cinder, with the Ugin incident and the Crux of Fate. Yep. No, they got in heat about this before because in the advertising of Lara Croft Tomb Raider, right, the new Secret Lair thing coming out, you could tell the digits were off on the hands, and you're like, bruh, well, what's going on here? You could tell that it was AI art on the card itself. It was like, oh no, we didn't do that. No, it's a human. And you're like, why does she have like 10 digits, bro? I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's that?
On each hand. Yeah. Well, I think to me, so when I went to Gen Con in August with the guys, right? We actually, Matt and I sat down and we played a game. I was just trying to look it up. I couldn't figure out the name of it. It was all AI generated cards. And that was part of their selling strategy, is that there's infinitely random different cards. And we've got this model that's going to come up with all these different iterations and combination of things that we could never imagine. And we have this vetting process of the quality, playability, and how acceptable it is into the different formats that we have. And I think if Magic just went head in and they just dove headlong and decided this is what we're going to do, we're going to have AI cards, and it's going to be just, we're not paying artists anymore, we're paying mechanics to come up with the functionality. If they just full on went for it, I don't think I would be personally happy, but if they just did it, that would be fine. They'd have their own company model. They would do their new method of producing cards. And I honestly don't think it would be that terrible. Not terribly far off from what they have now. They just pay 10% of the same amount of artists to get some different types of originality.
You mean they're going to take the stupid alchemy arena idea and make an AI arena idea? It starts with an A. Hot take. You can clip it if you want. Is the AI.
AI. Well, it's just like there's just so much to cover. Like it ain't just the art; it's the motive, it's the effects, right? So if Wizards decided to use AI, like Pat was just talking about, and started going, how many people would lose their jobs now because they don't need them, because they got people who can just type in a prompter for 14 hours, create thousands of artwork, thousands of pictures of artwork.
Well, in general, technology is changing so much. When I first started YouTube, one of the first sponsorships that was offered to me was for a teleprompter company. And I don't understand why somebody would ever want a fucking teleprompter, because I have a phone and I can just put my script on it and have it scroll. There's like a million different free apps that replace a teleprompter. And you got probably 2-3 different screens in front of most of you guys as creators. So there's no reason to pay $300 for a teleprompter. Like, it's old technology.
Pat, I'm surprised you remember what a teleprompter is.
Yeah.
Prior to the advent of the cell phone, a teleprompter was a viable investment. But now that we have our scripts, our prompts at the ready on hand, that's kind of a dying item.
Right. I mean, shit, even a VHS to DVD converter is like there's so much replaced technology. And now that we've gone almost purely digital, that's where this is all working. And I think that if Magic Arena went fully AI inspiration, I don't think people would have too much of an issue if it stayed there. But if that bleeds over into the physical cards, I think that there will be definitely a downturn. Magic's in a pretty rough spot in general as far as the reception of their card quality. If the actual inspiration, what they're putting on those cards, is also of subpar quality, I think that that's just the last straw for the camel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's like when I'm getting Halo from my regular Halo guy, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yo, I got this synthetic Halo though," and I'm like, "No,
yeah, I'm not looking to go all Florida man on this deck."
Exactly. Thank you.
Insane.
And
Insane in the membrane.
Arena is already like an NFT. Interesting. Especially in the non-fungible part, because any money you put into Arena is gone.
You know what's funny is I'm remembering an article I saw just like a month or so ago about a couple of kids who were taking AI art they produced, getting professionally printed out at like their UPS store, and were selling art on the street and making money off it.
Bro, I mean, let's be honest, it's no different than a homie going to your Kroger, getting a bushel of bananas, and then sitting on the street and being like, "Hey, I got bananas for $1 a piece." Like,
Yep.
it's a hustle.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
I mean, that's not as bad as some of the other shenanigans I see. So you go to Costco, get a pie, cut it into like 6-8 pieces, right? Put it out at your farmer's market and say it's like local homegrown shit, triple your money. Some real shitty stuff. But that's not something that Magic the Gathering would, or in my opinion, should do. I think that the stewardship of it currently as a company is unfortunately leaning into how thin the market is right now and trying to maximize on money. And they're doing anything they can to do so. Make more product, put more stuff out, reduce the quality, make more variations of the same card so we have to do less work. Double feature. I don't know how to explain a cash grab situation better than that. As far as what they'll do in the future, I cannot imagine that they want to lean away from this. For Magic the Gathering, for Wizards and Hasbro in general, I think that most media companies would prefer to have artificial intelligence do stuff versus pay people to constantly do the work. If you can have a really good AI program, put 50 editors out of your next Marvel movie, well, hot damn, pay 10 engineers to do that instead of 50 editors. It's just 80% of a smarter idea. And
trimming the fat. That's essentially what AI is doing, is trimming the fat, boys.
Right. There's a saying, is it's not downsizing, it's right sizing.
Right. Well,
hey, that's my pants talking crap to me, bro. Don't listen to that.
Oh yeah. No, and Marvel's coming. You're right. So I heard something. I cannot confirm this. There may be an article up. If you guys are so savvy to try to find it. So someone said that they think that Universal Beyond is done. They may have fired the head person of that department that was running, Universal's Beyond. But they do their work 2-3 years in advance, right? So I think it's all done after that. I'm not sure though.
That sounds.
Have you guys heard anything?
Ridiculous.
That doesn't sound accurate. Never heard of it.
I'm maybe misremembering, but after watching a preview YouTube event a la the Magic YouTube channel, like Magic Direct, they had a young female. Honestly, I don't remember her color, but I really believe she was a 20-something white lady that was just really hip to it, bro. And she's like, "Yeah, Marvel. Yeah, Lord of the Rings. Why aren't we doing that with the crossover?" And I mean, she was being innovative. Like, I gotta give her props. She was being innovative as an entrepreneur for a company and trying to expand. But maybe she didn't think the Ian Malcolm of your R&D were so busy thinking they could, but they didn't think if they should.
Yeah. Well, again, it's rumor mill, but have you guys heard anything about that? Because it was a lottery, and I love what Brody says. You know, the WOTC or the Hasbro Hunger Games. They literally spun the wheel and got rid of a lot of people in departments that were potentially making the company money. So it's kind of funny. But so I can kind of see it, but you guys don't think that that's legit then, huh?
Nah, unless Wizards comes out the video confronting it, I believe that at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
to me,
I just it could be, but I don't know. That's why I was asking if you guys heard anything about it. I don't not
it, you know,
do rumors, but I don't really present rumors like that. But it seemed like it could be feasible. That's why I wanted to ask.
I could understand the sentiment, the feeling of that for Magic the Gathering players wanting, you know, not in my backyard. I don't want to see Jurassic Park in my Magic the Gathering.
Too bad.
No, you know,
probably a wishful thinking that got pushed a little bit on Reddit, maybe.
Especially if we look at just pure numbers on it. Wasn't Lord of the Rings, The Universes Beyond full set, the best-selling Magic the Gathering product ever? I can't imagine that they would ever want to stop with the introduction of, you know, Doctor Who, which people seem to have liked well enough, you know, Fallout coming out, and Final Fantasy. Those are some huge crossovers, and that market share is not to be denied. I cannot imagine that they would want to turn their backs on opportunity. As far as a company,
it doesn't make sense, but half the things they do don't make sense too. So it could be feasible, but again, it is a rumor mill. Take it with a grain of salt, guys. I heard it and I'm like, maybe, because they did get rid of like all the Baldur's Gate people that were you know, and some other departments. So it's just like some departments make no sense as they were actually doing their job right. So I don't know, man. It's just weird, you know. It's weird.
Hot take. Maybe Wizards checked their security cam footage and was like, yo, we got a ton of Zoomers checking their TikTok on the clock. Maybe.
Right? Yeah. I'd be on there like, get off your phone. You do not Twitter during business hours.
Hell yeah, bro. Give me that. Make it come.
Or they could have just been mean and just went for people who had raises coming.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. You get a raise out the building.
You're about to hit your 20-year mark and get that, you know, extra into retirement. Yeah, let's shit can this feller.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like, I wouldn't put it past him though. I wouldn't. Not at all, man. I mean, you know, they're cutting a lot of fat. A lot of money that used to be like granted freely is no longer there, so they're scrambling. You know?
First of all, we got a Carl.
Hold on. Yeah, we have a Carl in chat that takes precedence. We finally have our first choral request, so let's go ahead and handle that for a patron and a channel member. Hey, now, double down on it. All right, here you go, buddy.
Carl. There we go.
Fair. There you go.
Yay!
Yay!
Hell yeah!
And speaking of shout outs, I kind of just want to do a little self promotion for a second here.
Go ahead. Yeah, you're dude. I am so stoked for you guys. Carry on.
You know, much appreciated. This Saturday, we actually have a pretty big guest coming by for Cardboard Conversations. Not a huge Magic player, but we've actually been expanding a lot into video games. So we're going to have the largest Diablo 2 content creator come on. Mr. Llama SC is going to stop by for a Cardboard Conversation this Saturday. He, he's got about 129 million views. So you guys might have seen him. You might have seen his content before. If you want to stop by and chat live, ask him some questions, 7 p.m. Eastern over on Cardboard Odysseys.
Yeah.
Nice.
Go over to the live and chat like Pat when he's drunk.
You guys should. Right. Hey, whoa!
No, you should stop by and Pat when like when it's Pat when he's sober, because that guy's sometimes on point.
Hey,
anybody that doesn't know though, Mr. Llama SC is the Rudy of Diablo 2. So for real, stop on to Cardboard Odysseys on Saturday.
That's right.
Let's go.
Yeah,
I'm stoked, man.
A couple of different things lined up, not just as far as questions, but a couple of different kind of games almost to play with him. So should be pretty lively. Not just the regular stuff talking about the terrible state of MTG, because we'd rather talk about, how good Diablo 2 Resurrected has been. And it's interesting to see that a remaster of a video game does so much better than remasters of MTG products.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, no, seriously though, you hit it on the head there, Pat. D2R is a solid remaster, and a little shill to the DJ here. Every Monday night, we try to play some D2R at about 9 p.m. PST, so you better catch yourself there.
Yeah, more late night fun Mondays for sure. I guess we're trying to skip to the shill section, eh?
Maybe.
It's all good. Hey, yeah. Start at Mondays. It's late night. We're gonna, if you guys want to jump in too, let us know your BattleNet whatevers, and we'll get you involved. It'll be super fun. Hey, Pawz Brown, what's up, brother?
Pawz.
I got to surprise him last night. It was awesome. He's one of the recipients of equipment from Squirrelmus. I'm on the new equipment now, and it sounded pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think out there in chat? And if I'm too loud, I could turn down the gain.
Turn that gain down. No, DJ,
baby.
I want you to turn your gain up, because that's all Mr. DJ should do is get more gains.
All the gain.
Only use the edge.
Yeah. Pawzy. And then we're working on investable collectibles. So I was hoping we'd raise a little bit more so I can get more channels out, but I'm stoked. We got to help out 3 channels and get something that I could never get on my own. And this will be used for other things too. So pretty awesome, guys. Anyway, Monday nights for sure. We still got Thursdays and Sundays, and we're working in some stuffs and things as we progress this year. Tortoise, might as well shill, baby.
Shill. Hold on. Let me get my camera going, right?
Like shit, I got to put on my merch. I got this new shirt.
Look at that. Tortoise is wearing Tortoise shirt. What? What? No. Well, every day of the week, when possible, we always make it a morning coffee show called In the Show. Morning coffee, super fast Tortoise with MTG Hillbilly and TCGDude and other people who like to visit every once in a while. We were an ever-growing show. In fact, we just added a new segment where we'll go through a viewer deck just to look at the cards and talk about the cards. Maybe just a short chill type thing. It's fun. It's great. We have a blast. Today, we actually talked about some pretty interesting topics. You go to check it out right now. Hold on a second. Don't leave yet. But, come on, play games on Fridays. I play games on Saturdays. Woo-woo. Yeah, I'm tortoising. That's right. I'm doing everything I can. And don't forget, if you haven't here, you should do it here and go to my channel and go to Pat's channel and go to TCGDude's channel. Hit that subscribe button. Back at you.
All right.
Yeah.
Again, Pat, just a big guess, but you guys have a couple different things you're doing on the Cardboard Odysseys.
Yeah, like I said earlier, we're kind of leaning into a little bit more of the video game content. So we're actually starting up a couple of different playthroughs, and we'd love to have some people stop in, maybe do kind of a one shot, as it were, in some different episodes. So we're starting up both Minecraft and Terraria, and along with that, we're trying to get another series of our D&D stuff going. So if Prime, our dumbest dragon warlock, is unable to make it, we'd love to have somebody stop by. We usually do PG-13 light R stuff. So if anybody's up for that, let us know. We're kind of classic guys all around. So maybe we even have like a movie weekend kind of thing. We all have homework. We all watch The Fifth Element or something that you, as the comment section and our lovely subscribers, suggest. And we all hang out and talk about it for an hour. Eat some popcorn, drink some sodas, and just chat about a cool or terrible movie.
Nice. And we're going to be stepping into some VIP things because I can't obviously do watch parties on YouTube Live. But we're working on some stuff that for channel members and patrons, something similar. And the other thing I was going to say is we're also going to be starting up a game night. Trying not to compete too much with you there, Pat, but I got to do it like on a weekend night. So we're working on it, but we're going to have a game night. It's going to be what's that?
I said, don't you ever fucking worry, because if it works out really well to our schedule, is we alternate. Yeah. I stop by in your 2-player Super Mario World, and I get to be Luigi, and then you come over and you get to be the dwarf barbarian that's cutting orcs off at knees. Like, this is phenomenal.
What? Yeah, no, we're working on other games here, but I was talking about some actual like that we have Qore's crazy ass pack game. We have some pull games, and other channels are going to be coming on. And the channel makes a little bit of commission, hopefully get the next monster or burger or whatever, right? And honestly, and it's going to be alternating like maybe once or twice a month. So something that I'm working with other channels on.
I'm going to hold that against you. What you said there to me. I'm going to take that personally. No competition. Are you saying I'm not competition? Oh,
whoa. What are you talking about? You're going to get so many subs Saturday, dude. No, that's not what I said. I said to compete, not to compete with you.
That's the thing.
We're trying to figure it out.
I want all of us. I listen to a lot of Mr. Beast, and he's talked about this a lot. Get yourself a ball of creators, other people that will push you just as hard as you push them.
Exactly. And we do that to each other.
To make me do better.
Right.
Love it.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm like, wait a minute, are we fighting? What happened? Like, what? Anyways, I try to set it up on the weekend, and it's like, every night someone's on. So what can you do? But it's a special thing. We're setting it up, and if you're a channel and want to participate, come up with some fun game. Cool. Let's go for it. And, that way everyone's getting a little funds to try to get their projects going on their channels too, So we all benefit. That's all I'm trying to do. Anywho, we're working on that. And then I do need to find a victim that's willing to get a joystick to try to figure out if we can get the arena portion of a game, an old game, going. Because I really want to get that going. But also learning the controls is like the whole freaking keyboard. So it's like...
Or you make Tortoise use one of his like super pads for one of his fighting games to play that on the arena. So he has to use like 6 buttons and a joystick, like it's Street
Fighter. Way more.
Yeah.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
I mean, we can pause. I mean, if that's what your deal is, sure.
And also, by the way, when Pawz says his 11th toe, he means his outie belly button.
Oh, okay. Fair. I'm just imagining that it has an Aldi like logo on it. I don't know.
What's fucked up is he paints it. That's the weirdest thing, is he paints it. Just that one toe. Yeah.
That's right. He's proud of it, man. Why not? He says yes, sir. Right?
He's got a great sense of humor, honestly. It's the reason I fucking love
him. Yeah, we love Pawz. Oh, hell yeah.
I gotta come down and see you again soon, Pawzy.
Pawz is definitely the dude.
Oh yeah.
He's so real. Like, a lot of us content creators are exactly off the air the same person you see on the air, and Pawz is like the epitome of that. Like, just hanging out, chilling, just saying the dumbest fart jokes and nudging each other in the like ribs. Like, yeah, it's
Pawz is invited to the Ridge Rager. It's okay.
That's right. That's right. Ridgeline Rager, let's go. Although the Phyrexian Rager was wow, that was insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're wrapping up and should be probably heading into our danger meeting here. Was there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? We're adding to the schedule here, so we already plugged that Monday nights. If you're up or an insomniac like myself, and actually do have an account on a PC, more than welcome to join us.
I've got something. Let me go ahead. I've got a challenge for DJ's audience. We've got more than a dozen of you out there at this point. For next week, by next week, we want to highlight an AI creation of one of yours. So please create the best AI version of a Magic card and send it to DJ at the links below so he can check out and help highlight your creation. Show off the power of AI and your creativity here on the show.
Fair. I need to set up a thing. Thank you. More work. Hey, I'm down though. No, I'm serious. I'll set up a thingamajig.
Yeah.
But if anyone's down for the Star Wars project, please hit me up. Yeah, get it, Pat.
I know. Can you believe it's not a wig? It's just that nice of hair in my 30s.
Yeah,
still?
yeah.
Fuck.
Although I think you should go a little wisp up, a little flock of seagull action. That'd be sick.
I'm actually getting a haircut tomorrow. I've got like a barber. Yeah. Well, I got that big stream, and I want to be able to look pretty.
That's great.
I had an allergic reaction to a fucking beard oil I bought.
Ooh.
So shit is what shit is, but
I know. If you shave though, you'll look 20 again, so it'll be great, right?
Yeah.
You're like,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the teens, but that's soon not what we should be doing.
Right. All right. Before we get ourselves in further trouble, thank you guys for watching, and tune in Sunday for sure. I might be popping in randomly, but basically Sunday for sure for some late night EDH. Oh yeah, and Tortoise runs a game on Saturday, by the way.
Woo! Saturday, hell yeah, at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.
That's right. All right. Well, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Adios.